All right, let's paint TV here, hanging out. Once again, muggy day today, but not as hot for some reason. 81 degrees, and it really is not as hot, considering it was 84. So it's gone down in heat level. Um, so that's good. Good to know. Just kind of putting some reworking this painting here. This is a hollyhock that I had painted with a bee attacking the flower, but I just added some leaves here, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little more love, and then also, oh, what happened? Let's get this chat here. I'm not reading your chat. Let me read your chat. If there's any chat coming around here. Shasta's here. Shasta, good to see you. All right, reading your chat here, coming to you live from the Let's Paint TV studios. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a little love, and then also I have this larger painting over here that I need to work on. I don't need to, but I want to try to resolve the sky. Not sure I'll be able to. I have a little bit of a fear that I cannot finish the painting. I have a little concerned that I won't be able to pull it off. So that's always exciting. The unknown. It is a little exciting, isn't it? It kind of can be. Okay, so I need to put that there like that. Not going to do too much on this one. Just give it some highlights. Maybe too much highlights. Ooh, that's too strong. Too much. This might be it. This might be all we do to this piece. This might be it. This might be all we do. Just a little. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it too much more. uh, okay. What's up, Tempori? Okay, I think that's gonna be it. work on this one. This one needs some more work. I can take a picture of this. Let me just take a picture of this. Thank you, Buffy. I'm still battling with the sky, but it's just a matter of back and forth. I just got to go back and forth with it, and maybe I'll resolve it sooner than later. But I didn't like how it was. I didn't like some parts to it, so I'm just kind of trying to figure it out. Keep it kind of rough, also. I don't really want to have it all too smooth. It's a little problematic, but I think we'll figure it out. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. actually, the that's a great question, Buffy. The hollyhocks I painted a couple of years ago from real life, like plein air. So I painted those on location. But I didn't do anything with the background. I had nothing in the background, I left the background just white, and I subsequently decided I thought that maybe I needed to do something to the background. So that's where I'm at with this. However, before I got to the sunset idea, I painted something else. I painted like a cityscape behind there, but I did it kind of haphazardly, and I didn't put any effort. I don't know what I did. I mean, I put effort into it, but I was a little too sloppy, I guess. I mean, this is still sloppy, but it's one idea. The other idea was too messy. It's too so. I kind of like the possibility of the sunset feel to help set up the hollyhocks. But at the same time, it's a little it's a little it's a little hard to. I'm much used. I'm more used to just being direct, and I finished it right away. But a big painting like this, it's hard to do like all in one setting kind of thing, and stay focused. Although actually, I've been meaning to do something just like that. Actually, um, just gave me the idea that I need to probably do just that. um, well, so we might try that. I might. Let me make a note of that. 'Cause I just realized I should be able to do this idea. Okay. Because I could do it with you guys. See, the hard thing about painting like this is it's time consuming, and you got to like look at it and stuff, and it's not. I mean, I might be. I'm kind of so aware of people's attention span as I have that issue myself, and and I know from experience you better off doing a bunch of crazy shit for more views, I suppose. Anyway, um, I think I could introduce the pole painting attached to the stick. I think that could work because then you could see you could kind of see it, see something. Then it'll just be a matter of what am I painting. Again, that's always a. All right. Well, anyway, it's just. Oh, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. But yeah, I'm much more used to painting something in a short period of time, and so this is asking for more effort from me. So it's a little more challenging, which is good. It's good to have a little challenge, I suppose, in your life, and not rely on your I don't know. Just the same old, same old. And that's why it's hard to keep doing anything. Actually, that's why it's hard to do anything in your entire life. The same old, same old. You start to question it. Um, so it's actually kind of um, it's a good challenge. Does it? Do we resolve it? Right, Buffy? Yes. It's good to change it up. Do I resolve it? Do I find success? It's not really as important, though. I am still trying to find success. Um, but anyway, particularly in painting, I mean, I've been doing this for. You would think that I would be good at painting, and well, okay, some people might have who have seen some of my paintings would possibly say that maybe I could be a good, or I am a good painter, but at the same time, there's plenty of struggle that I'm still dealing with, and you would think that I would have figured it out after all these years. Not so much. It's not, but that's the beauty, though. That's the beauty about painting. That's the beauty about. It can be the beauty about painting or making art, is that sort of that weird struggle of not having things necessarily figured out, and then yet you might discover something new, and you might go further with a new idea, and so that's why it's kind of um, never ending, um, and that's why I stay with it for the most part. Okay, let me back to looking at my painting. But anyway, this kind of painting, there's a lot of looking at it and going, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And again, how much do I really care about the accuracy? You question all that stuff. So it's an interesting little battle. It's an interesting battle. Um, I'm not really sure. I part of me wants to finish it and move on. I got a couple another idea. I got another idea. I got another, I got another idea to work on. But you know what I did yesterday is I did bust out a couple of ideas yesterday, and they were smaller paintings, so I did them, and they were kind of, well, one was already, I had a sketch for it, so I knew what I wanted to do. The other one was just sort of made, I just made that up, and so I got that energy out, that kind of one and done kind of thing, and then now I'm back to this thing, and I'm also just anyway. So there's a lot of looking on these larger ones. I think it tends to be for me. Uh, which is kind of a fun. It's kind of a fun experience in a way, looking at painting. Which I don't really like when I go to a museum. Which I haven't been to a museum in a long time, but if and when I ever go to a museum, I'm like, I want to get out of there as fast as possible. I just want to look at, maybe I want to look at the paintings, but I can't stay there and look at any one particular for a long period of time. I just don't have the patience, or so it's an interesting problem for me. Maybe I might be better at it. But anyway, so this kind of painting is gets me to kind of forces me to look at my painting, I guess. And also, I know in the back of my mind, sort of this history of sort of not terribly successful operations from these endeavors, these larger paintings. I haven't been terribly successful with the larger paintings. So, but again, it's kind of a challenge. So that makes it kind of good, in a sense, because you have this challenge. You think about it. If you do work on the paintings and you get good at a particular kind of painting, then you're good at painting it, and then you become what are you, a machine? Oh shit! Is the audio low? Is the audio low? Because I'm the thing's bouncing up and down. I don't see why there's a problem with the audio. Anyone else have problems with their audio? Because it does show that it's bouncing up and down, so I should not be a problem. Yeah, you had to turn it up. Okay, so yeah, I'm not yelling, and I'm kind of mumbling, and I'm not necessarily right in front of the microphone. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by gain. Where's the gain? I'll raise that thing up here. I'll raise something. I don't know what that does. Right ear and low. Yeah, I don't know how to make this shit work. I'm sorry. This is you start telling me about technology crap, and I'm just like, this sucks. Get me out of here. This is bullshit. Fucking technology shit. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1. You want me to start talking about testing and shit? I did it. Now louder, but still only right ear. Silent on left. What the fuck, man? That's some bullshit. I don't know why it's silent on the left ear. Why is that? I don't know why it would be that way. I guess I'll have to... Ah, shit. I spilled my beer. All right, who's this? Who's this?
Oh, it's Terry. I just wanted to call and say whatever you adjusted fixed the game problem.
Okay.
So,
well,
yeah,
but why is
now? I figured I'd call you because it's not as quick as reading the chat because there's latency and all that.
Right. Well, I did raise an arrow on the right, but why is the sound only on my right, on the right audio and not the left? I don't get that. I don't.
I think it's because you might be broadcasting your audio in mono instead of stereo, but I don't know what you're working with, so I can't tell you how to fix that.
Okay, so you think
but I have
maybe...
the same problem, and I have like a button on my sound card and just push it, but I got a big fancy sound card that I use and plug guitars and shit into.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see if I can figure that out. I don't know if it's possible.
I mean, it's not a big deal. Really? I mean, it might be not big to some people.
Okay,
I'd rather have one channel work than
Buffy
not
says
have
it's
any
good.
Of them work,
All right. Well, we got the sound better. Okay, so I raised the volume on that, But it is a challenge because I will occasionally, once in a while, listen to for whatever reason, and I do notice the sounds only come in like one side, and it would be nice to make it stereo, and I just I'm not really sure how to do that, so I just have to look into it, I guess. Maybe not right now, but it's something to figure out, I suppose. There's nothing right away that's going to say anything at the moment, so. And maybe it's on this. It's on the. Yeah, it could be from my. It might be not from the software, but it's from the microphone itself, or you know what I mean? Like there's a few choices.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But it's like I said, I have a button for that, so I can just like click it in and out. I'm doing it right now. You just can't hear it because it's, physical object.
I'm gonna, I guess, look into seeing if maybe I could figure that out, because it is something that's bothering me a little bit. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but it would be nice to be stereo. All right, well, I'll look into that. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
I don't want to detract from you painting, though. I just wanted to call in and say that.
All right, yeah, well, appreciate that you telling me that my audio sucked, because it was a little low. And
yeah, I figured I had to say something because, like other people were saying, my volume was maxed, and also I had headphones on, and like barely nothing. But anyways, yeah, I'll let you go.
All right.
All that shit taken care of.
Okay.
It sounds like.
Okay, then. Thanks for call. Okay, it's not a real big deal right now, says Buffy. Is there a pan knob that you have that has an L and a R, or a button for stereo or mono? Yeah, I'll tell you, I do have. It does say in this in the software. Do I have a stereo mic? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Tampora says I sound like a nerd. Hey, join the club. I don't like listen. I have a hard time hearing myself too. That's a very common thing. We don't. No, most of us don't like hearing ourselves talk. Usually, it's not easy. It's not easy. So basically, just don't listen to yourself is the best thing to do. All right, so I just kind of say, so it says channels, and then there's channel 1 and channel 2, and so I have a channel 1 and a channel 2. They're all lit. They're all highlighted. Apply to all. Set as default. But I noticed that channel 2 is the one that is bouncing up and down. Channel 1 is doing nothing. And I don't really know how to get that to work. Oh, it says, you know what it says? Wirecast Pro is required. What? This requires you purchase. What the? Is that right? So maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I can only get channel 2 to work. Testing 1 2 1 2. Chad says there's no info channel tonight. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I'm having trouble with channel 1 not doing anything. Channel 2 is bouncing like crazy, but I do click on left and right, left and right is being clicked on. They're highlighted, if you will. But channel 1 ain't doing nothing. Channel 1 ain't doing nothing, so I don't know what to say. Your better half loves the painting. Well, thank you. It's a work in progress. I'm still battling with the sky, but I'm feeling better about it. That the fact that I'm battling it and I'm getting comfortable with the idea that keep it like that. Keep it there. Don't touch it. Leave it. Don't touch it. Oh, it works now. Now, both channels, but low volume, says Ross. You got it? Well, how did I get it? No, because it's not doing anything, but... Oh, it is low. Let me turn it up. How's my... Okay, I turned up the volume now. How's that? Is that good? It does seem to... I think that's going to be good, because somehow it went back down or something. Did I do it, Jay? Ross? But all right, I think we did it. Better, says Skeletal Corp. We got it. I think we got it. Boom! Boom. Perfect. Fantastic. See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I am frustrated. I get frustrated with this technology, but with a little common sense, hanging in there, a little help, we figured this out. We got somehow the audio to work better, so you can hear me without so that I don't sound terrible, which would be the case anyway, because I don't want to listen to myself talk either. Boom. Boom chakalaka. Boom chakalaka laka boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Persevere. Exactly. Do I ever do topical call-in nights or just roll? Yeah, I have done many things, and that's the problem, is that I've done like everything, and so now I'm at a point where I don't have much else to offer except for just exist. I just exist now, but I am contemplating providing more high-octane entertainment for you all. But at the moment, I'm just too lazy or something. Or also, I'm interested in, I guess, working on some paintings just for the sake of painting. It's I grapple with that, though. I grapple with the idea of being far more entertaining than I am. That I know at least I can at least attempt to be more entertaining. But sometimes when you try too hard, right? You try too hard to be entertaining, then that doesn't come off very well either. There's a strange reality that we are in, as we all know, in terms of one's reality and what should be or could need to be done, what should be done. Just a little multitasking. I was playing with but again, here's the thing too, is if I need to work my way back into that kind of stuff, because just tonight is a perfect example. Just tonight is a perfect example, because you guys pointed out my audio sucked. And so, and then if I had done some kind of, 3-ring circus operation and then the audio sucked, then it would be kind of all for naught in a sense. And then I'd be so out of my mind, I wouldn't even be able to interact with you guys. Oh, nice. You got Fox Meat on going. Dr. Fox Meat's on now. Nice. the greatest wizard ever. He'll put a spell on you, Dr. Foxmeat. He will. Don't underestimate Dr. Foxmeat. He will put a spell on you. Can we get that song in there? It's in a few minutes, says Buffy. You know, Buffy, I'm over on Twitch too. We're simulcasting. I got Skelly Corp and Andre. And Andre over there, hanging out in the chat room, doing a little simulcast, hanging out, trying to do some painting, but I'm obviously got a little sidetracked talking to you guys, which I guess I enjoy also. Where was I? Y2K? What's that? You're asking about Y2K? That was like 22 years ago. I was actually in Peru at a party. All right, just reading an email that, again, my audio levels are too loud. My audio levels are too loud now for this email that I just got. I had a tax accountant who at the time was so concerned about it that he got, I think he said that he was getting like a water tank or something. Hypercolor toilet seat. You just came from YouTube. Fantastic. Sounds good to you. I somehow my levels were too hot. Well, it's because I'm yelling, you know, and so if I'm doing something like on, you guys are audio nuts, right? You got Buffy, you're over there? Oh, you are Buffy. Okay, hypercolored toilet seat. What's up, Buffy? Just a quick question. When you see your audio level peaking into the yellow and the red, you know what I mean? Like it goes in there too much. That's not good, right? That's not good. Yellow is fine. But somehow I'm having a distortion issue. What? Now you want yellow? You want a little yellow, but not red. No red. You don't want the red because, see, I am getting the red right now. It's not good, see? Never red. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Peeking into the red usually means you're too loud, but you sound great to me. You can run into the red a little, but you don't want to overdo it. All right, well, I'm not so much talking about now. I just got an email that I was reading. It was a complaint that my audio levels were distorting. They were distorting. And it just, when when your technology is off, and it's just so frustrating, and I basically get pissed off, and I just throw up my arms and just go, fuck this shit. I don't want to do any technological bullshit, but it's, I don't know what to say. I think also is that if I'm maybe too close to the mic, which I kind of have to be, but maybe if I'm yelling too much and I'm too close to the mic, I don't know. This is not ideal. This is maybe not ideal for what I try to do. I'm talking about I'm basically talking about audio level issues for my moving all over the place, which I guess we should try. We could try, which I was thinking of doing today even, because I was but then I kind of ran out of time, and then I was like, I just want to work on this painting, which I'm happy to just do that. So that's what I'm doing. But and apparently you guys don't mind me. And of course I'm not working on the painting because I'm just talking to you, but talking about audio. But I'll do a test of myself using this mic, but doing everything. But it's gonna be the same problem that I know that I have, and that is the sound. Whatever. Ideally I need a better mic situation for movement and moving around. Kennedy, maybe next week we might do a treadmill. I have it right here. The treadmill is right there. It's just sitting right there, and it's waiting to be used. And so we will. I almost did it tonight. We'll give it a shot. We'll give it a run. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work very well with this mic. And I bought I bought one of those wireless mics, and that thing was nasty. It just sounded terrible, in terms of quality. There was no quality in that. It just sounded like shit. So, I mean, I know that maybe it's because I didn't spend $1,000 on some Sennheiser mic. It's a Shure mic. In fact, I got it up on eBay right now. I'm trying to sell it. You just ate some weed gummies. You're so high, you spelled dummies. So I don't care. Just do your thing, says Jay Hood. How long did it take for you to get like high as a kite with that stuff? Those gummies, they take too long, from my experience. And then when it kicks in, it just like knocks you off your butt. Just don't go to Russia with that stuff, man. Where are you, Buffy? Yeah, it's so weird what different places are legal and then illegal. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with weed. It kind of makes me unsocial quite a bit, actually. Am I having a good day? I got some stuff done. Getting some stuff done. Overall, it's been a good day, I think. Well, I mean, it's like I said, I don't necessarily, I can do without it, but at the same time, I have had some wonderful moments. Yeah, anyway. Julie PNW, what's up? What's up? Yes, hollyhocks. We're working on this painting. It's the paint. I did the painting of the hollyhocks like 2 years ago, but I'm working on the background, the sky. So I don't know if I can ever finish it, kind of thing. It's kind of. Well, I mean, there's a lot of weed. California gold. Anyway, let's see if I can get some more movement. I don't really care about this side so much, and then this side I don't like. I kind of like this area here. So. Let's see if I can fiddle with it. Oh, you guys talking about San Francisco? How about this? How about a little Muni? Yeah, one time years ago, I took that little train and I made a little three-dimensional thing with little railroad track, and I tried to paint from like, I don't know what line it is, the N or the J, the one that went to the beach. There's one of those lines that goes like from downtown all the way to the beach. And so I took it, I did a whole long, the painting was only like maybe this tall. And then I painted all the little buildings in San Francisco all the way to the beach. But it didn't. I ended up throwing it away because it just didn't. I couldn't, kind of like this. Yeah, the N Judah. Yes, J Hood. That's what it was. The N Judah. You live in the last stop? Oh, nice. There's a lot of fog there, right there by the Great Highway, right? Yeah, that thing was 30. I made that thing 30 years ago or more. And like I said, I think I left it in the attic of the old place that I was staying in. But then I kept the little train thing, which I still have. I never threw that thing away. I don't even think I have photos of it. Because way back when, people didn't have digital cameras, so if you were going to take a photo, you had to take a slide or something or whatever. I don't know. People did, but we're talking 100 years. It was like 100 years ago. Well, how's the fog there? Is the fog rolled in? How's the fog there in San Francisco? All right, maybe I'll get back to this painting here. Okay, so I don't like this. Let's see if I can fix this. Try a little more. Nope. Kind of whitish. Do you guys know is a famous painter, artist out of Kansas City from the WPA. He painted like kind of smoky landscape clouds. What was his name? He's a pretty famous guy. He was kind of turned out to be kind of a racist kind of guy. He's kind of shunned from contemporary thought, but maybe you know who I'm talking about. But he made some interesting paintings. Anyway, the clouds remind me of his paintings, I guess. Did I give you guys enough clues? A racist white guy from Kansas City during the WPA, painter. No, not Hitler. No, that would be Germany. We're talking the United States of America. Famous painter, famous American painter. And full-fledged racist, apparently. You know, I mean, maybe he wasn't, but he had been labeled. Any guesses? I wonder if you could just Google what I just said. White racist artist from Kansas City during the WPA. That sounds terrible. But apparently it's true. And he cannot defend himself because he's obviously not around. No, not John Stewart Carey. I don't know who that is. That's a painter? Oh, yeah, San Jose right now is probably 100 degrees. Hugh Merrill? No. Famous WPA artist. Work, whatever. He's up there with... yes, Thomas Hart Benton. Yes, I-O-Q-I-I-I. Thomas Hart Benton, thank you. Yes. Now, I don't know what the story is about him being a racist, but apparently that was the story. Maybe you could look that up, I don't know, to verify. Maybe it's a false... Maybe it's fake news. It's fake news, man. But he made some nice paintings. Along with Diego Rivera. He was kind of one of the more popular WPA type of artists. He was pretty popular during that time. I think he did a lot of murals and stuff, you know. All right, let's take this call. Hello, caller. Who's this?
Hey, Mr. Pace. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Hey, this is Bad Phone Chad. I'm doing great. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you.
Yeah. So yeah, I made the topic of Y2K. I don't know. I always just found it fascinating. It's like, what were you doing, and then kind of the aspect of like the helter skelter behind it.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything of that?
Well, I think I mentioned that my tax accountant guy was adamant at the time that it was going to go down crazy, and that he was building some kind of water tank or something.
Right.
And I just like I wasn't.
And you knew computers for like a certain aspect of life, right? You kind of were you around them then, or
Yeah. I was around for computers. Yes, I was.
So you knew. So on a scale of 1 to bullshit, did you know it was kind of cruddy right from the start?
No, I mean, I didn't think it was bullshit, but for some reason I didn't think it was. At the same time, didn't think it was really going to happen. And whatever was going to happen. I didn't. I kind of thought that, at least at the time, I kind of believed
maybe things would roll to 00 and mess something up.
Yeah, I thought maybe that could be the case, but I thought maybe we were still tethered enough to analog kind of stuff that it wouldn't cause too much damage if that were the case.
Right. But it's quite fascinating, isn't it? Just to find out how like indifferent and actually like low tech things were now that we've gotten to witness, Moore's law times 4.
Well, I mean, it was kind of, I mean, the thing is, it just kind of shows you how there's always something that is going to be in the middle in front of us, that we have these hurdles, and there's always something new and, challenging, and then it turns out that it's really not that much of anything.
Right.
It can be.
Now look at how unfathomable it is, where it's like you sign up for something because it's absolutely necessary in seconds, and you have no idea what tracking and loss or any indifference you just gave millions of people, or millions of like bots.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm not really exactly sure what you were talking about, but yeah, I mean there are
compared to like 22 years have passed now, what we see as far as technology aspects of like where we were worried what would happen in the year 2000, now we know could happen with just people taking out people's internet for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely further and further away from, say, analog abilities. Like, I don't know, like we're at a point where we may not be able to do anything manually anymore. So that is kind of scary, I guess.
You bring up something fascinating. Why analog should be necessary, and we need to focus on analog.
Well, I mean, I think that when there's sort of like the Death Star kind of thing that could happen. For whatever that could be or is, could happen where everything really is, because how many times do you hear about these systems going down, like, Twitter's down for a couple of hours, or Facebook, or a bank is, people cannot, get into their bank, whatever.
Right.
So you hear about that, but then they figure it out after a couple of hours, and usually it's not an issue. It's like it moved on. But what would happen if that was not the case, and it was just like, no, that's over. It's not there anymore.
I think the golden rule is no one's watching anything. In a way, which is the weirdest thing to admit in the world as I flip that back around on the snake's tail. Do you think there's an aspect of that?
Well, I mean, I don't.
As far as like tax evasion and really metrics of really anything.
Well, I mean,
it's all kind of fabrication.
I mean,
it's
obviously,
not analog. It's not analog. We lost it. We lost with digital.
Right. I mean, I'll go back to the simplicity of the fact that we've lost touch about analog, and it's a dying art form of just doing anything with our hands or even wiping our ass anymore. I mean, You got Tushy now, for your toilet. It's like
I haven't heard of that. What
yeah,
is
that? It's like a little bidet that you can buy called Tushy. So it wipes your ass. It doesn't wipe your ass, but it's like a bidet.
I hope that's on the stock market. Is there a ticker for the word Tushy?
I don't know.
That would be I would have.
But I mean, everything's automatic.
I would have to buy. What's the? Is there a number code for like pooping? Is there like hashtag?
Pepsi and
Pepsi.
is
Pepsi.
Yum.
Yes,
Pepsi.
yeah,
Pepsi is
Pepsi.
Yum. YUM. Pepsi and who are the
That's
other?
perfect.
PepsiCo.
Yep. That was my happiness with inflation in the last month watching, or 2 months. Like, times are tough. We need to add 39 cents to your sugar water. Be-doop boop boop.
That got you going, huh?
That's what makes me sad about the world a little bit sometimes.
Well, but you're alive for it. You're alive, and this keeps you going.
Yes.
It does keep you going. Pondering about stuff like that. So
right.
That's
So did you the last time I called in, do you remember?
No, I do not.
Oh, cool. I enjoy that. Well, we were talking about me in the future very soon having a job interview.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that painting you made?
No, of course not.
Love it.
How am I going to remember the painting that I made for you when I don't even remember talking to you?
I think it was like magic markers for a long while.
All right, magic marker.
For a long while, like within the last month, maybe we're rocking that.
Well, so what happened? What happened?
No, I'm just asking if that is on the Etsy store, and I think all viewers should check out your Etsy store. That's a good way to support you and support the continuation of this great, amazing art that you're doing. And I'm cracking a beer if you want to hear this.
Oh man, I ran out of beer. I'm gonna have to.
Too loud.
I'll just drink a beer in memory. I'll just sip on the memory of the beer I just had.
Oh, geez. I'm doing that with cigarettes now. I'm 4 weeks to 3.5 weeks from like not having one.
Oh.
So I've been proud of that. Yeah.
Are you augmenting that? Are you like
Yeah.
smoking weed then in between or something, or?
Smoking what?
Weed. Are you have you introduced the weed into that in terms of smoking?
I have tried the marijuana, but I am in a state where it's not legal.
Oh yeah, well then don't mess with it. I would not recommend it if it's.
No.
Yeah.
I'm admitting that. I'm in a state, and it's Wisconsin. I'm admitting it. I don't care. I'm old.
So Wisconsin, you can't smoke weed in Wisconsin.
No, not at all.
Wow, I was just in Michigan, and they have weed stores there. You can smoke weed in Michigan.
Nope. It is outlawed in our state for medical and rec.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, Wisconsin's kind of a screwy place. I went to Madison, which I thought was pretty cool, though. I thought Madison was nice. I like Madison, but.
Me too. I lived there for a couple decades, on and off, around the vicinity and downtown and all that. It's a fun place, but yeah, it's a weird state. So.
Yeah, well, it's the Midwest, as they say.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm just California.
Oh, cool.
California.
Well, Mr. Pace, I don't know anything about you. I'm sorry tackling the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. California, huh? Cool. That's nice.
Yeah, it's California. I've just never really left California, though. I sometimes I visit these places and I go, I could live here, I could.
Yeah.
But then I always come back.
Yeah. Well, you got to go to Peru for the year 2000. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I was there for Y2K. Yeah, it's kind of unusual place to be, I'm sure, obviously.
How did Peru work out for you? Was it work or was it just?
No, it was just vacation kind of stuff. Yeah.
So how do you decide on a map that was where you were going to be? And if you mentioned this a lot in your life, I don't know because it's the second time.
I never really talk about it, but it was just a personal kind of decision.
If you don't mind.
It's just a personal thing. I just we'll just leave it at that. I was there though. We'll just leave it.
Oh,
at
great.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's your life. It's what you did.
I don't really get into my personal life too much here. We try to focus on just.
Well, I haven't mentioned where I was for Y2K.
Where were you?
Madison.
Oh, you were there in Madison, Wisconsin?
Yeah, the city you were in. And I was underage, but we rented a hotel room to have a, hotel party, which is what my entire upbringing is what we did. Anytime you could, you'd find somebody to get a hotel room because then you could tell your parents that you were lying, whether you were, underage and somewhere and whatnot. And now if I'm advocating for people to do that, I really don't think they should. So I don't know how much you shut up, but I don't have kids. So, anywho, we were at a hotel, and some friends came by, and we decided to go try to get some cigarettes. And as we were driving at 11:48 p.m. to a gas station, we got T-boned by a car, and we spun out. And everyone was okay. No one was hurt. And I was outside in 22-degree weather in Wisconsin, freezing, and with two other girls. And we got a ride from the police officer to a pizza place because I told the cop that we were all staying at my house, and, we could be dropped off at a hotel. And then my friends with pagers, because we were sending them pager messages, and when you told people that things were bad, you'd say like 20001 or 55597 or whatever. We were telling them everything was cool, but they were driving by the gas station being like, what happened? Oh my gosh, and everyone was fine. That was Y2K.
Y2.
Y2K.
Y2 fell asleep.
And that night, the police came and raided the hotel, and I left 9 minutes earlier than everyone else because we had such a bananas party, and it was absolutely insane, and I got away.
And so, so the other people, they got arrested or something?
There were two people of my friends that got underage drinking tickets. Most likely, yeah, I think that's what it was.
And so, what did they do?
We Hunter S. Thompson, 17 miles north to my apartment.
Are they still in prison for that offense?
They are. They have been sentenced to 27 life terms for being underage at hotel parties.
Fuck.
That's how serious and how dangerous Wisconsin is.
That's fucked up.
They do not mess around in Wisconsin. If you break any law in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, Buster, it is dark business. It's nasty and it's evil, and they will make sure that you pay.
Sounds like Russia.
So I think they still are in prison. I went to a talent show once for one of them about 2 years ago. So yeah, I guess they're still in for charges for being underage at a hotel party drinking alcohol. It sucks.
I do remember actually being on the streets there in Madison.
What bars did you hit in Madison? Do you remember? Or?
Well, I was going to say, I was there. I did a performance at the university, and then afterwards we went for pizza. And so we were walking on this main street there by the college or the university, whatever you want to call it, and I was kind of a little bit scared because there was quite a lot of drunken people running around.
Yeah.
And they were overtly drunk, and to such a point where it looked like they were gonna like punch you or something. I was like, oh, this is not safe. Yeah.
Yes, we get into zombified status and we don't know it.
Yeah.
And it is just a metric of normalcy in Wisconsin. And State Street is, I think, probably what you're talking about, where all the bars were, or
probably.
No, you could just say you could just say that you wandered out of the university. Yes, that's. I don't know if that metric is relevant in the last 6 years, but when I was in my 20s to mid 30s, hell yeah, anytime. You go to a football game there, and there's 24 blocks of this square. This aquarium is rocking, and everybody's having a good time. And yes, you witness that. That is a culture aspect of Wisconsin and of Madison for sure. So.
Well, that's some exciting stories, and everybody is just on their seat of their
knuckles.
Yeah, on their knuckles, on top of.
Yep. Well, we didn't talk about Peru, but we talked about Y2K, and I've been rambling for like 30 minutes probably now, so
yeah,
I should let it go.
Okay, we'll let you go.
Mr. Paints, I hopefully will visit your Etsy store, checking my bank balance in the next 9 days, and I hopefully will not be outbid, or the art that I really want is the one that I talked to you firsthand with. If people check your back videos, and it was about me and you talking about wanting to do better with a job interview when I get it. So
and
like
that
a year and a half from now
is in that you're saying that drawing or painting is available on Etsy right now? Because I don't know if it is.
It might be. I haven't looked yet.
Oh,
but I
okay.
hope no one outbids me and takes
well,
it.
I don't.
If someone takes it.
I suspect
if someone takes it. If someone takes and buys it before I do, or buys out everything that you have at your Etsy store right now, I'm going to be pretty pissed off because I'll have to call in every time right now and beg people for that. Otherwise, I won't get that job.
I got you.
I got about 4 months, I think, till that interview.
Oh,
So.
okay. And by the way, it's 20% off. We have a sale, so just use the code. Yeah, there's a code. Use code SUMMER20.
Yep. So, Mr. Paints, this was Bad Phone Chad.
Okay, Bad Phone Chad.
Yep, I'm a fan of Info Channel.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, since they weren't on tonight, I just wanted to give a call into you, and I guess you're kind of almost on at about the same time, so that's neat. So
okay. Yeah, you can just call me.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, good talking to you, and Info Channel. He's kind of like me, just sort of not always on.
Well, no, life is life. I mean, it's great.
It's not easy to be on all the time. Not easy to be on. I'm not on. I used to be on every day, and it's hard to do it. So.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I'm trying to figure out if I can get the guts to do some shit too, but maybe someday in time.
Well, I find it's just easy for me to just stumble into it and not try too hard. That's the best way for me, but it's not, as you can see, there's not a lot of people watching either, so.
Well, hell, who cares?
Well, I know who cares, and I'm enjoying this, but at the same time, I think maybe some people want to have some extra mojo. You want to be,
right.
You do this for popularity. You want to be popular.
Right.
You want to be successful. You want to be an internet star.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Cool. Yep.
All right.
Float on.
There you go.
See ya.
Float on. Float on. Wow, Buffy remembers my Stickam show at 11 a.m. That was some fun times there. We had a good run there on the Stickam. They put us on the front page there almost like every day. And was that your call letter, Spider Fiend? Was that anyway, it was good times. Good times. And they had some other important. They had some pretty well known people have shows on that Stickam. So it was nice to be part of that kind of club of sorts. I remember they had that one guy, Cypress Hill. The Cypress Hill guy was on there. He had his show, and then I forgot. They had a whole bunch of people. They had some guy. Sometimes you'd see him on. He sometimes will be like, you know how they do like MTV shows, and they have people like ask Jake Farnsworth or something like that. So this guy would always do like little cameo reaction things to stupid things that you see on TV and whatever. I forget, his first name was Jake. I remember he had a show. What were some of the other shows on Stickam? I forget. No. No, I mean, if I did it, not for a second, you know. Well, we had, like I said, we were talking about Stickam. We did have momentum there at the beginning. It was exciting. I was excited. I was running on a treadmill every day for the most part, and it was always every day at 11 a.m. And I keep thinking I'm going to go back to that period of 11 a.m. would be kind of good in a sense, but. Oh, nice. Are you up there in Northern California too, Buffy? Well, boy, I was doing some painting there. I'd get some painting done. I did do some painting. Now I'm in Washington. All right. You know, the whole West Coast is pretty cool when you think about it. Washington State, Oregon State, and California. The whole West Coast is the best coast. I mean, talk about, yeah, okay, like there are some areas that are kind of messed up and all, but it's pretty. I think it's a pretty good place. These three states that take over the whole West Coast. You think about the East Coast. I mean, they got there's like 20 states on the East Coast, and they all have the little crappy little laws and shit. West Coast, you just got 3 states. It keeps it simple, you know. No, East Coast, they got to chop it all up and fuck that. And then they got all these fucked up states too. Fuck that. I don't want to go to those states. You want to go to those states? No. I'm not even going to mention it, but there's some fucked up states. All right. Well, anyway, I'm a West Coast kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. But I do like the East Coast. I don't want to diss the East Coast now. I don't want no West Coast, East Coast battle here now. Actually, I do. I mentioned how basically I could live anywhere and just be happy to be there. I just happen to be on the West Coast. That's all. That's what it comes down to. But I think there are some. I think there's some better protections and better safeguards on the West Coast overall, and maybe it's because I'm being force-fed that kind of ideology, but I don't think so. But anyway. I was just in Michigan. It was very beautiful. I liked it. Somewhat, I guess. I don't know. I did like it. But you go anywhere, you're gonna find there's people. Everyone's pretty good. Everyone's pretty nice usually, right? And so, in general, people are generally very nice wherever you go. You could go to Russia. Just don't bring your weed with you. But you could go to Russia and you would find people that were very friendly and accommodating. And you could actually you could just live there. Like Steven Seagal. Doesn't he live in Russia, Steven Seagal? Can someone look him up right now? Because apparently he has Russian citizenship. So does he live there now, Steven Seagal? On a whim, the other day I looked up. I did flying from LAX to Moscow. Just out of curiosity, because I know there's no direct flights obviously to Russia anymore. But like, can you even fly to Russia? And it turns out you can, because you'd fly to Istanbul. And then from there, you fly to Moscow. So it's not like you can still fly there. I don't know if they would let you in though, if you're a U.S. passport or all. I don't know how that works. I have no intentions to ever go to Russia. I never did actually, but now for sure I never want to go to Russia. But again, if you were to go to Russia, and as long as you're not inside the, as long as you're not arrested and put in prison, the people are wonderful. You know what I mean? That's how fucked up this life is, this world is. That's the case everywhere. That's the case everywhere. State of California, we got terrible, jail is jail, and it's shitty wherever you're gonna if that's what happens, and so. But the people are always good. Can be. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm stumbling out of this, and I am definitely not doing any more painting. So, but I did do some painting here. All right, we'll take another call. One more call. Okay, hello, caller. Who's this? Hello. Talk to me.
Hello.
Hi.
Mr. Paint?
Yes. That's me.
Oh, I just wanted to call and say that your hollyhock painting is very nice.
Well, okay, thank you. It's a work in progress. WIP.
What kind of paint do you use?
Well, this is oil.
Oil. Oh, that's my favorite. Do you like the traditional, or have you switched over to the water-soluble oils yet?
No, I don't. No, I don't mess around with that stuff. No.
Oh, have you heard bad reviews?
I guess I have. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you like using water-based oils?
Well, I tried it a little bit, and then my cat tracked it around the apartment, so I haven't done oil since.
Oh.
I've switched to gouache.
Okay, gouache. I like gouache. I just don't think that the oil-based, water-based oils are worth you don't go to a museum and see paintings that where they use that kind of material. I don't think it has it's too new. It's too new in a sense, and it's questionable. And
well,
so
that's good to know.
yeah,
Thank you.
that's just my beef, or my I don't have much knowledge on it. If you were to use it, I guess you might want to use a professional grade product from a reputable company like maybe Winsor and Newton, maybe. I don't know, but I would stay away from it, frankly.
That's what all my paints are from.
I mean, that's a decent brand.
Told me to buy.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. I think you want to, if you're gonna, if you're interested in just using water-based product, just use acrylic, is what I think.
Yeah.
You don't like acrylic.
Thank you, though. No, I hate acrylic. It dries too fast.
Yeah, okay, I get that, and I generally don't like acrylic either. But, if you're gonna, if you use oil, just use the paint. The oil-based mediums. Gamsol, which I like to use, the odorless paint thinner stuff. That's what I like to use, and so it doesn't stink.
Yeah.
Gamsol. I like to use Gamsol.
Mineral spirits.
Right. It's technically it's not a mineral spirit. They call it or is it? Let me see. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's a mineral spirits. You're right. 100%.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, and it's odorless, so it's good that way. I like. Well,
have you ever experimented with pottery?
With what?
Pottery?
Like clay?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've messed around with clay, sure. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, my main art focus is painting and pottery.
Oh, well, great. Yeah, I mean, I went to art school too, so I done, when you go to art school, you pretty much do it all. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't go to art school. I just took a few classes at the tech school.
Yeah, well, it's all good. It's all good. Any class you take, it's all good. There's some, different teachers might not be that exciting or interesting for you, but you just have to keep taking them, and then eventually another teacher will get you excited. So just keep going, keep moving with those classes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Pace, I'm going to let you go for the night.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to sign off, actually.
So nice to talk to you.
Yeah.
What?
Nice talking to you, too.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night. Okay, that's going to wrap the show here. We had fun talking to you all. I did do a little painting, though. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to resolve the situation, but I got a little painting done, and so I'm happy with that, I guess. So we'll try to reconvene maybe next week. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. So until then, adios.